So this is a very bad day for the United States Senate. It's a very bad day for the country. Senate Republicans just passed legislation that gives billionaires and very wealthy people a big tax break. In fact, the top 0.1% will get a tax cut of $250,000 a year. They did that while cutting very important investments to help the rest of the country, including people on Medicaid. They just voted to take 17 million of our fellow Americans off of their health care. They just voted to cut food and nutrition programs. They just voted to increase your electric bills because they crippled the production of new clean energy and new energy that we need on the electric grid as we face higher demands. And they just voted to increase our debt by over $4 trillion, which will put upward pressure on interest rates and mean that you have to pay more for your mortgages and more for car loans. All for this obsession with giving the very wealthy a big tax break. They did this despite the fact that tens and tens of millions of Americans called in and said, no, don't do this. But they didn't listen to their constituents. They only have one constituent that they care about, and that's Donald Trump in the White House. Let's face it, the Republican Party has become a cult of one person, a cult of abeyance to the dear leader. And that's what we witnessed tonight. This is a terrible day in the United States Senate. It still does need to go to the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives still needs to pass this, and there's still time. Americans should call their members of the House, especially Republican members of the House of Representatives, and say, don't do this. But this is the last chance to prevent this horrible, big, ugly betrayal of a bill from passing into law. Today was a bad day in the Senate. Let's try and stop it in the House.